Hello guys, can you hear me? Yeah, just came back online just to see if I can cover some more topics. Yeah, how's everybody doing? Yeah, another week. Yeah, I know it's getting late right now, West African time, around 10:50, but it just felt like coming online to talk about, what has happened. What's his name? Charles Soludo is now returned as the governor of Anambra State, and that's quite impressive. Okay, so what does that infer? What can we infer from that? It's just quite interesting. It's just quite interesting that after all of this that has happened, there needs to be some, I'll say, come to Jesus moment for the LP. Okay, let me look at this. This is the deputy speaker. And look at the convoy. Quite interesting. I you see the car, renewed hope agenda car. The problem that I have is at times most of the things that we see on the internet and on social media is actually different when it comes to reality. There's been various, I don't know if it's kit or if it's real life, where people would take the postal stuff for Tinubu and say that 2027 vote for APC. And then you see some people coming to kind of either flog them or kick them out of that spot. But when we go for elections and elections happen, the result seems to be different. And I don't want to believe that it's just monetization. That monetization is everything. I just feel that, I don't know. Maybe people go and... Okay, so look at this. This is not the president. This is not the deputy, the vice president. This is not the Senate president. This is not the deputy Senate president. This is not the House of Rep member. This is the deputy speaker. Sorry, this is not the deputy. This is not the speaker. This is deputy speaker. Look at what they're spending on. And I believe that car would be armored vehicle, bulletproof. Bulletproof, yeah.
For sure.
Okay. So this is the guy. I don't know why he keeps going to ANAMBRA, to Abia State, like every now and then. The guy likes feeling himself. Like, he just likes feeling himself. I don't know why. I don't know what he's talking about.
From the national chairman of the APC, chair of the states, chairman, and all the leadership structure of our party. I congratulate you, Sai Commission to this office, for the prosperity of our party and the prosperity of the people of Israel, and the prosperity of Abia State, and the prosperity of Nigeria. In the name of the Father, amen, the Son, amen, and the Holy Ghost.
I know, say, Alex Oti will be like, what's this guy's problem? The guy has been coming to Abia State like every now and then. I guess he has a mandate to deliver Abia State. I don't know how that would be possible because for the first time in a long time, Abia citizens, Abia State indigenes and citizens are seen, at least they've seen a governor that tries to do something. At least is trying to do something. The years of PDP in Abia State was catastrophic. There was a time that was just kidnapping that was actually prospering in that state. But now you have an Alex Oti who, again, I mean, not like, his politics, but he's trying to do something. Now you now have this guy coming from APC saying he wants to put his foothold in Abia State. and the funny thing is that as this guy is trying and hustling, Oti is not even allowing him to land. He will give it back to him. I saw in the other news how Alex Oti was saying that the guy is a victim of disinformation. Again, I don't think Abia State will be in play for APC in 2027, but at least they're going to spend their money there. They're going to spend a lot of money there. The only problem I have is that LP is not in very, very good shape right now. This is not how you win. You need to reorganize yourself. I don't know. This might be my own thought that Peter Obi has abandoned LP to just, maybe die a natural death. He keeps saying he's in the LP party, but we all know that their showing in this last Anambra election was abysmal and woeful and bad. And you can't win politics that way. I'm sorry, you can't. I wish we could. They need to sit down and come together and look at how things will work. Again, I just saw this. I said I should just smile. I wish everything would work. I don't know what's happening with Arise TV. I don't know you guys. Do you know what's happening? I don't know. This guy's been trending. Femi Lazarus. What's happening?
I'm saying you go with your own mentality. They don't have things they touch. Think again. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm saying you go with your own mentality. Let me teach my own people. Somebody will come back to beg. It is Nigerian youth that insult pastors. Politicians don't, because they know those who are covering them. They don't have things they touch.
Okay, so this guy's been trending. Let me see if I can get anything relating to him. People are like, I don't listen to him anymore. The guy's been waiting in. I saw his take with respect to Donald Trump. Questions US motive. It's trending because the pastor sided. Look at this, guys, bro. No. Femi Lazarus is trending because the pastor sided with the shy Islamic group, saying there is no religious war and Donald Trump wants to invade Nigeria to take his resources because President Tinubu is doing something right and America doesn't like it. He added that pornography is the cause of poverty for many. Really? Bro, what are you talking about? In the excerpt from an 11th series, Operating the Corridors of Power, Lazarus talked about distractions and limitation. Deep into the message, Lazarus said a lot of Christians are economically misinformed, unlike Muslims. That's why they took over Kaduna. What? They added that under good luck, America blocked Nigerian purchase of weapons. Yeah, we listen. Let me just listen to what he has to say.
When we start Matrix, I will prove it to you with documents that the world has never had religious wars. Nothing like that. Everything is economic. Everything. Buy land. Even if what you will plant there is tomatoes that you know is authentic that God made for the sake of your health. The days that we are...
The world has not had religious war. Really? Really? Have you heard about the Crusaders? Have you heard about how Al-Qaeda? Now, it might be mentioning this in context. But again, when you're mentioning something in context and you're not fully aware. So what happens to the priests? What happens to the pastors that are being killed? The church is being burnt. It's economics? I don't know, but man...
Living has become treacherous. And I've asked the question, is it a coincidence that the time they are bringing GMOs is when they are killing our farmers? They've made agriculture a place that people now dread to go.
This guy is going full conspiracy. So who are those killing our farmers?
They're afraid to plant. And the essence of all these things is not preservation, but control. And they usurp control because they are funding distraction. See, God wants his own prepared, trained. And that's why I'm saying that it will be dangerous for the church to make the same mistake again of locking young people in church who are just praying morning, afternoon, and night, praying, not developing themselves, not preparing economically.
Okay.
And they want to go out and say they speak in the corridors of power as what?
Yeah, I kind of agree with that, because at times I look at the take and the some of the discussions that I just get privy to, or at times when I kind of try to just listen to how people analyze politics, is quite unfortunate. Starting from the elections in 2023, even generally, the place of the church, how they should be actively involved, people saying things that they don't even have a clue about. But it's what
it won't work. God needs sons. God needs sons. Look at the radical takeover of Islam in the north. You will not believe that places like Kaduna used to be strong Christian hub. They will finance their own, pump them with resources. Once they can enter once, it becomes forbidden. Can I tell you that almost now the same is established over Nigeria? Let me give you a warning. And let me beg you. Recently there's been clamoring, because I spoke about this last week, but I was wrong. So I want to put it in the best perspective. There's been clamoring by America that they are killing Christians in Nigeria. Okay, it is not innocent.
Wow. It's not innocent. Okay.
It is not innocent.
Let's listen to what he's trying to say.
When Goodluck Jonathan was in power, Nigeria needed to buy certain things to use in fighting that battle. The one who blocked us was America. We got machineries from a country, I don't want to mention that country, that was busy, and they were having victories in Sambisa, all other places. The one who asked them to be sacked later was America. They are showing interest because they know that will divide the country. Then they can come in. Anywhere they step.
Okay, so again, I'm not unaware, that there is also the conspiracy that goes with, Trump wanting to come in. Trump has never said he was going to come in to invade the country. Whatever happens to a country that for almost 20 years now, but more seriously 15 years since 2010, you've had this terrorism that has festered for long, and you've not been able to put it under lock and keys, under control for 15 years. We had Pastor Adeboye speak yesterday. Adeboye was talking about this conversation with President Buhari when he was president, when he gave them 100 days. And then something happened after on. He didn't follow up with that threat. And this thing just festered all across the country. So in Femi's mind, this person speaking, is America that made sure that the terrorists that ravaged the central, the Nigerian, the North Central, Kwara State, the killings that has happened all this while, is saying, and America blocked it. Okay, but you have to also understand that Trump is not just making Nigeria a country of a particular concern today. He made that Nigeria a country of a particular concern far back as 2020. It was Joe Biden that took it out. And I'm not also unaware, that there's also economic interest. I'm not unaware that as we speak today, people are taking over resources from the north. Okay? They go into the north, they excavate all of their resources, they take some of these rare earth minerals. I'm not unaware that China already has a strong footing in Nigeria. And I don't know how many stuff we've actually signed and put Nigeria into that the Chinese could have a claim in the future. But you have not even given us the pathway to solve this insecurity problem.
Bonds. We have our internal problem, but we should. Hey, you know, it is difficult to talk to Nigerians.
We have our internal problem. Don't you know that these guys are already taking, like they are moving as fast as they can. They're now in North Central. They were in Owo. Owo is Southwest, for your information. Owo is Southwest. They killed 50 people, not this year, not last year, 2020, I think it was 2023 or late 2022. I can't remember the exact month. I think it was in 2022. 50 people just gone like that till tomorrow. Yeah, they arrested some people, but is that all? So when you come here and start saying that America is interested in the resources, I might not doubt that, but I'm saying that, so what? How long do we want to allow this to continue? Because as far as I'm concerned, it's like these people are too powerful for Tinubu to handle.
And if there's any country that is richer than, in terms of mineral resources, than any country in Africa, it is Venezuela. Anywhere there is wealth, bonds.
Anywhere there is wealth, bonds. So now you're referring to Venezuela. Do you know what happened in Venezuela? Oh, that it's also the United States of America, right? That's what he's trying to tell people. Oh, it's the US that went to Venezuela and destroyed Venezuela. No. Venezuela is a victim of communism and socialism. That's what happens. When you tell people that you don't need to work, we're going to give you everything you need. So what happens is that wherever you see a corrupt government, over time, they destroy whatever good the country has. When these guys took over in Venezuela, everybody was happy. It was like, we're going to expel the rich people. The government literally took over Venezuela. They started giving people their basic, income, basic need. The problem with socialism is that at some point, the government is always an expert in mismanagement. That was what happened in Venezuela. So then how did Venezuela become a disgraced country? Because that's the term now that Trump is using for every country that cannot get on its feet. You know what happened during 2020 when we had COVID? And the price of oil went below zero for the first time. People were like, you know what, we don't even need this crude oil anymore. So the price of crude oil went below zero. The major source of Venezuela was their wealth that comes from natural resources. But because the leadership were corrupt, it was a socialist and a communist system, and they felt like they could do everything they can with oil. Oil prices went as low as below zero. The whole country fell apart. That's not you can't blame the US, the West, for all the problems. The US also is responsible for some problems, don't get me wrong. Okay? I'm not here to cozy up to the United States. They have their own bigger problems too. But for you to say that it was the US that went to Venezuela to destroy Venezuela, that's not true. Because we saw the bread lines. They couldn't even afford to buy drugs and medicine and medications because the government took over everything. And then there was corruption. And then oil prices fell globally. And then they entered a season of brutal recession and depression, or whatever you want to call it. There was a picture of someone in Venezuela where they took his picture when the government came into power. And then they took his picture after the government was able to mismanage that country. It was wild apart. That's what socialism does. When you think the government should provide everything for you, and that was where we were going with full subsidy. Because we wanted the government to be paying, for full subsidy. Oh, why are the evil politicians just the only person benefiting from it? Everybody was benefiting from subsidy. It's just that a little group of people were actually amassing the whole thing. And that was why Tinubu said this thing has to stop. But I digress. So again, it wasn't US that went to Venezuela to destroy Venezuela. Venezuela was already being destroyed. And once that happens, the US will only come when they see a crack in your system. The world is evil on its own. There's competition everywhere. The US will only come in when they see that there's a crack. So the question should be, what will Tinubu do in the next 3 months max to solve this problem, because I don't see a definite approach to solve this problem.
Be careful. Be careful, so that lest they seem to be bringing help, but the idea is to penetrate and keep you bounded. There are countries that once they complain about your country, you are doing something right.
Like, so Trump, remember, Trump was the one who single-handedly, with the help of Turkey, so don't let me say single-handedly, but if he ensured that ISIS collapsed. Now, you started this sentence to say there's nothing like religious war. That is all economics. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. There's been cases of religious war. Even the Crusaders also, who were Christians in this case, that said they actually wanted to go to liberate the world from Islam. So there is what we call religious war. Okay? Now, you could now say that there are other things that actually either boost us that. Anyways.
All right. Back to teaching. We need people who are informed. See, starve your distraction. There are things they don't want you to see. Hence the reason why they are pumping resources into your distraction. Who is financing pornographic sites?
Ooh.
But are you aware that that's one of the leading causes of poverty?
Who is financing? I don't know if you answered that question, but again, most of the people financing that, they're from Israel. They are from Israel, the seed of Abraham. Okay, so again, that's one of the things I know has been trending. Let's see this. How Buhari stopped us from fighting Boko Haram, South African machinery. See that? But he said, oh, the US didn't want to just sell weapons to us. The problem is this, and one of the things that I was able to deduce from that, and I might be wrong, okay? I don't get it, some things right. I might be wrong. Was that the federal government, in the case of Nigeria, was complicit. I'm sorry, during Jonathan's time. How on earth did these people were able to conquer so many local governments during Jonathan's time? Now, there may have been some people outside of the country sponsoring that. The job of the number one citizen of a country is to ensure the security of life and property. We eventually got the weapons. But what you won't tell us is that the United States of America were concerned that there were people in the rank of Jonathan that were directly also in bed with these terrorists. And I don't think that has changed. Even APC too, I can rightly say, because it's the same thing. I mean, PD, APC, right? So what are we talking about? Buhari was not able to defeat this problem because he didn't even have a clue what he was doing, unfortunately. I genuinely like Femi Lazarus and some of his messages. This is one of the content internet pundits. My admiration for him once led me to his church, Sphere of Life in Ikeja. However, I've noticed that he's been changing in ways that aren't admirable. So I've never really been a fan, but I think he's been doing good works, Femi Lazarus. So I wouldn't, come against him on that. I think he's been doing good works. Again, what I believe is I don't believe in one-man Messiah stuff. Jesus Christ is the one that came to die, and he died for everyone. And once that is done, I don't believe in any activists. I don't believe in any. It's the people that have to bring themselves out of whatever situation. Now, don't conflict that with someone really having a vision to do something and doing it. I believe in that. I believe in, I have a dream, like one man stuff. I believe in that. But I don't believe that there's one Messiah. Because even that one man will still have to use people or work with people to accomplish that goal. So this guy is saying that Femi Lazarus has changed. Oh, okay. My message to him is simple, brother Femi. If you cannot condemn the mass killing in Nigeria, it's better for you to remain quiet like some of your fellow pastors. I agree. You don't want to explain this thing. The truth is, are people dying? Yes. Who are killing people? Are they pastors? No. Are pastors killing people? Are Christians in the north killing people. There may be one or two instances where that would happen, possibly where there's a reprisal attack or where they're trying to fend off an attack, but they don't go right. I don't see people coming from a church, or you see a bishop or a reverend saying that, oh, you need to understand some of this Christian group, it's poverty. As if, like, I saw this guy, Sheikh Gumi or whatever his name is, saying, and you have to understand it's poverty. It's poverty. So the poverty is only affecting Muslims, not Christians. Anything that makes someone take a gun to kill his fellow human being in the name of whatever, the person that kills has already agreed that is no longer worthy of living. And I just hope you don't joke with the threat that Trump has given. Trump is a madman. I keep telling people, he will tell you like that, like play overnight. And for you to think that they don't know what is happening, or they don't know where these terrorists are hiding, or they don't know that some of our government officials are complicit in it, you must be joking. For you to think that the United States of America don't know. For you to think they don't know. The only thing that is stopping them might just be that, territorial integrity. That might be the only thing stopping them. Because at the same time also, they understand that if the people of a country decides that, this is the best way for us, except there's a compelling reason. And I'm going to go to one of the compelling reasons too. There's also an economic twist to that. And the economic twist to that is this. I agree that Nigeria is also trying to pull its weight from the economic front. Ditto Dangote. So this is where Dangote comes into play. The refinery is working. Dollars is falling. Naira is gaining. US is fighting China. China has rare earth minerals. US understands that China has already expanded their reach in Africa. And Nigeria and Africa used to be one of the very closest allies of the United States. So yes, there is an incentive from that. And that's why China came to say, oh, the US cannot just go in and invade. He never said it was going to invade. He said it was going to come and bomb the terrorists. So the problem is that people are like, oh, if he says that, then there may be a possibility that these people would actually come in and stay forever. No. So Trump has made it clear since he got to office that he's not going to get himself involved in international problems or international conflicts. And he's been living true to that word. He was the one that even started saying that, we're going to bring our troops back home. He's been trying to solve the problem with Israel and Gaza and the Palestinians. He's been trying to solve different problems across the world. I mean, these are facts, not just emotions. He waded into the fight between Pakistan and India. And the Prime Minister of India, actually acknowledged that Trump helped them. The same thing with Cambodia and Thailand. They said, oh, Trump was actually instrumental in that. And when he went to take out the nuclear weapons in Iran, he did it within a few days, giving Israel the strategic alliance that they needed to blow up that nuclear facility. Because we cannot allow an Islamic country to have a nuclear weapon. Not a country like Iran that when you want to start a meeting, you'd be like, okay, let's have a word of prayer. When Iran wants to start its own Congress, you know what they do? Debt to America, debt to Israel. And Iran has been sponsoring terrorism all around the world. So it was like, you know what? You're not going to have this weapon. And it tried to at least deter them. They took out some of their major nuclear scientists. And that's over. Like, it did it within the time that Tinubu was thinking, maybe I should even condemn the killings in Benue. That was when Trump did take out that nuclear weapon of Iran. So he's not going to be risking the lives of his army to come and stay in Nigeria for long. He's just trying to tell you that, see, if we want to get in, we know where the terrorists are, we'll take them out. Anyways, that's his own point. So yes, people are saying this and that. Just tell that to the families of those that are losing their lives. Okay? The hypocrisy of some religious leaders. It is deciding to see some men who occupy revered pulpit choose the path of hypocrisy and political alignment over truth and moral clarity. One of such is Pastor Femi Lazarus, who recently claimed that Donald Trump's designation of the country of particular interest was not born out of genuine, but rather a plot by America to infiltrate Nigeria for economic gains. What does that mean? Anyways, it is what it is. But I hope that, people know what they're doing. If you don't want them to ravage your resources, which on a normal day, I don't know. The resources, China is even getting more benefits from it. How many times has that resources helped the common man? So the question is this, and maybe this is what you're going to be asking me. So why has Tinubu not really tackled this problem head on? Why has he not? Why is it that 2 years into his administration, we still have these people moving in? The whole Nigeria is not, there are some states in Nigeria, like if you had 3 major states in the US, that's the whole of Nigeria in terms of landmass. So don't let anybody fool you to say, oh, these people are coming, we don't know where they're coming from. If you don't know where they're coming from, so how come you were able to hold a peace meeting between the bandits? Now they call them bandits. Have you noticed that they've changed the calling of their names from bandits, from terrorists now to bandits? These guys are terrorists. They're not just bandits. So now they're making it kind of, they're trying to framing the whole thing in such a way that people can kind of take it as the normal day-to-day life. Before 2010, before 2001, we didn't have all these problems. Even ethnic clashes was not this pronounced. So now instead of calling them terrorists, now they're calling them bandits. That is a group, like a band, causing mayhem. They're not just bandits, they are terrorists. They're terrorists. It's unfortunate. Like you would just kind of figure that out. And over time, they just kind of changed that. Oh, now it's like, because when this guy started, they were real terrorists. Now they say, oh, it's no more terrorists, they're just bandits. We've defeated Boko Haram technically. Oh, we've not defeated Boko Haram. Then what is it? But again, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. Let me see this.
The level of interference by the Obama's government was very overwhelming. It's not as if I couldn't have won the election even with that. But if, by my own thinking, and also the way some other people look at it, they go outside the normal diplomatic relationship, then it should be mentioned.
Okay, yeah, we're not unaware of how Tinubu went to the US then to cozy up to the US.
Person to Nigeria at the eve of election, after Obama even issued a statement directing Nigerians to vote for the next chapter.
Again, I don't know, maybe tomorrow I'll change my mind. I'll change my mind about Obama. Obama has been one of the major disasters that the United States ever had. Did nothing for the blacks in the United States. Is that how you belong to that clique of, elites? Then if you're black, then you're good. But the common guy in the hood never felt any good thing from Obama. I would even say that, what happened during Obama? You had all this extremism in terms of, in terms of social justice and all that. That was the major thing that was happening then. Black Lives Matter and all those things, making it seem like he was doing something. But it didn't really move the needle forward.
That tells you something. And we should not sweep this things under the carpet. If a foreign country, or an African country, or even America or any other country interferes with our own elections, we should mention it.
I agree. But unfortunately, Jonathan didn't have what it takes. He didn't have what it takes. And that's the difference between a Jonathan and a Tinubu. I still believe that Tinubu might be able to salvage this whole situation, even though I'm not happy with, he has released a statement, he has changed the service chiefs, he's trying as much as he can. I don't know, but maybe he's doing something, right? But Tinubu seems to be more coordinated. Jonathan during that time didn't even have a clue. And he came last week, a few weeks ago, to say, you know what, he didn't even know what was happening then. That maybe the military can tell us what happened with this thing, So again, it's quite painful.
Immediately the Chibok issue came up, we expect Nigerians to be concerned. How do we get these girls out? Within a couple of days, we saw people going to the US would bring back our girls' placards. How? Why? And of course, the Mrs. Obama received one of those placards. I cannot take responsibility for the abduction. I don't control Boko Haram. They are criminals.
What? That was the president saying that. He doesn't understand that the first thing that he needs to know is that his job is to take responsibility for every damn thing that happens in the country. And that's why I usually say this guy, I don't even know. This guy took us back. Obasanjo handed over a very good economy to this guy. Then we had the global world, economic crisis in 2008. Then it was Yaradua and this guy in charge. And the oil reserve was drained from the eye of $63 billion. That was what Obasanjo handed over to this guy and Yaradua. Was drained to the lows of 30. Despite the fact that there was a recovery that happened after that global economic crisis, there was recovery that happened. So oil price went back to the highs of 100. It was told that this guy enjoyed $100 average crude oil prices during his reign as the president, or during his service to the Nigerian people as the president. $100. Right now, we don't have $100. We're hovering around 60 and 70. Even with an increase in oil price, the oil reserve still went down. That was why when he left, Alison Madueke, or whatever it's called, the petroleum minister, she cannot come into that country. They were siphoning everything under his leadership. And unfortunately, we got another person in the name of Buhari that didn't know anything about anything. And that one also now took us way back again. Way back. So that when he was done with his own tenure, the reserve was around 4 billion, barely to take us even within days. That is the problem we're facing right now. That's the problem. And, Buhari came in with, I'll deal with corruption, and all of those sayings. But the thing ballooned under him, unfortunately. So you are the president. It was your responsibility that no one life would be lost to banditry, now that they're calling it banditry, to terrorism.
But as a president, of course, it's not the president that go to the field. You have
oh my God.
Security and intelligence officers that do the work.
Presidents go to the field. One of the things, I played a video here in one of my previous streams, how Donald Trump was able to defeat ISIS. And he said when he was in Washington, the generals, because the generals are interested in war, and don't conflict two things. Trump may not be interested in coming to fight Nigeria and stay in Nigeria and live there for long. But there are generals under Trump that believes that they need to fight something. There are some people in the administration that believe that they should actually, it's play, we just go into Nigeria, we take it over. There are people inside every administration, there is one party that always wants war. So you, as the commander-in-chief, you need to know what you're doing. You need to have you have to be above every other person under you. Donald Trump was being told when he came in 2015, that you see this ISIS thing is going to take us so many years to defeat ISIS. Just the same way this Ahmed Guni or Sheikh or whatever his name is, he's saying that, we cannot defeat this thing. So you know what happened? He went to the field. Donald Trump took a trip from Washington and went to the military base in Iraq. I played this thing here a few weeks ago, okay? And he went to meet the commander on the floor in Iran fighting. He said, why is it that we've not been able to defeat ISIS? That was what he said. They asked him, why is it taking you so much time? Oh, and then they have me, the general in charge of the battle in Iraq then is called Raising Cane. Go Google it, go search it up. I'm not going to play it here today because I played it here before. Maybe one of these days I'll bring it up again. And I was advising Tinubu that this is how you go after it. But I understand Tinubu is in a very delicate situation. They can kill him if he doesn't, if he's not careful. Because these guys have been protected. Do you think people just come in, ransack a whole village, and they don't have powerful people behind them? So Trump went to Iraq. I don't want to digress. And he said, how long will it take for me to defeat ISIS? The general that is battling the ISIS terrorists told him it's going to take you 2 weeks. And then Trump asked him, why do you tell me 2 weeks? My NSA advisor, my chief of army staff, now I'm using Nigeria at the time we were using Nigeria, my defense, my Navy, all of these guys told me that it's going to take us 2 years. He said, well, the general on the ground fighting, so the person in charge that is responsible for killing Boko Haram, let's just assume that that's the kind of person he went to meet in Iraq. He said, and again, it was colorful when he was saying this, people were laughing because it was just crazy the way Trump does, right? He said, well, this is it. We are actually eating them from this base. That if we get permission to move our base to that base and that base, that we're going to be bombing them from everywhere, that they won't know what the hell happened. That's his exact word. He said, why didn't the generals, the big guys in Washington, the big guys in Pentagon, he was asking the guy, now why didn't they tell me this? You know what the guy said? The general on ground in Iraq, when he did his visit, he said, well, sir, it's not in our place to tell you that because they receive orders. And Trump was mad. And he told the guy in Iraq, he said, okay, I'm going to go back to Washington. It was around Christmas. It was around Christmas. And why was he going to Iraq? They had this shutdown. Now, if you understand what's happening in American politics, they're currently having a shutdown now. So they had a shutdown and the Democrats were really fighting Trump. And they felt like, you know what, instead of me just sitting down here, nothing is happening, the government is being shut down, the Democrats are not making deals, let me just go to Iraq and see what's happening there. He went to the field. Now, Jonathan here is saying that he doesn't need to go to the field. So he went back to Washington, according to the story. Definitely, you know what happened when he got back to Washington? He gave them that order. Move your base, destroy ISIS within 2 weeks. When ISIS fell, true story, nobody was expecting ISIS to fall. It was so bad that the caliphate got destroyed. Do you know the problem now they had? The problem was that, how do we take back our people? Because now ISIS has been destroyed. They were already in camps and all that. And when the battle was raging then, people flew all over. From Britain, from UK. People flew from all around the world to join ISIS. There were ladies that got tricked into flying to be the wife of the ISIS commander. So you can always say, oh, it's a mental thing, it's a mental state, it's an ideological. No, terrorists, you don't negotiate with them. So ISIS fell. Now they were able to dismantle their guys, and some of them surrendered. Now the problem was that not all of them were Iraqi citizens. So then the problem became bigger. UK was like, ISIS has fallen now. So these guys that left from the UK or that left from other European countries, they wanted to go back to their house. UK was saying that we cannot take them back in. because they already denounced their citizenship of the United Kingdom. There's a lot of cases online if you want to go dig further. Trump said, go take your people. ISIS has fallen within 2 weeks. Do you think that if there was no concerted effort to go after the terrorists, do you think they wouldn't expand? They would.
Let me admit that, yes, maybe they do their best, but their best was not good enough for us to recover the girls.
Their best is not good enough, is not an option.
That does not mean that I'm trying to remove myself from any blame. Yes,
but that's what you're trying to do.
For the action. But I could be blamed that my security.
Oh my God. Oh God. The only thing that was really, really fun in this guy's presidency, this Jonathan presidency, to be honest with you, it was just the way Patience Goodluck made everybody laugh. Because that was one thing that I missed after he left. And Patience just went away. I think she went to do PhD. I'm telling you.
Intelligence system were not strong enough to be able to rescue the girls.
Wow, it's quite unfortunate, but again, it is what it is, right? That's his own. So we're still talking about the claim of Femi Lazarus with respect to
Does that name
what's
ring a
happening.
bell to anybody in the room? Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding. If you think that the program under Operation Enduring Sentinel entitled Women's Scholarship Endowment, which receives $60 million annually, or the Young Women Lead, which gets about $5 million annually, is going to women who, by the way, if you read the Inspector General's report, is telling you that the Taliban does not allow women to speak in public. Yet somehow does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room?
I'm going to replay that because I want to show you guys something.
Your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding. If you think that
So this video is not a 2010 video. This is not a 2020 video. This video is a 2025 video. When Trump came in and he said, we're just spending so much money. Let's bring in some accountability. Good luck with that in any government. The worst news for any government official is for you to tell them that you want to bring some accountability to their work. A lot of waste goes on under the name of budget or government. This is a 2025 video. And this is what they're saying. Now, most of these monies have been funded through Boko Haram. Under Obama and Biden, USAID was funding Boko Haram. There's been extensive reporting on that one. So this is not conspiracy. I told you, Obama and Biden, they were not really a force for good. The whole world felt it. Ukraine was invaded under Obama the first time by Russia. And then Ukraine was invaded again under Biden the second time by Russia. Syria, Libya, Egypt, all of those crises were all propagated and was escalated under Obama, right up. USAID, I don't know. The US was funding us. I was dumbfounded. When I went and I asked, okay, this USAID that has been funding Nigeria, how much has USAID been funding Nigeria? Because Trump was saying that I was going to stop all aid. I was like, how much? How much will it stop now? It should stop aid now. Nigeria get oil, get money. Oh boy, I was dumbfounded. Look at how much. This money doesn't get to the average populace. So in 2023, we collected $1 billion from USAID in Nigeria alone. They said that money, some of it might have gone to Boko Haram. This is crazy. Do you see why it's very difficult for Tinubu to do this? And he has to do it because it's his job. I'm not the one that ran for presidency. I'm not the one that said I'm going to bring renewed hope. How on earth is Nigeria, USAID funding Nigeria for the tune since 2015 of almost $500 million? This is not Naira, dollars. Where's the money going? Who is benefiting from all these monies? Are they using these monies to recruit terrorists? Not bandits, they are terrorists. Highest in the decades. In the decade. 2024, 763 or 8. This is Punch. So this is not one guy or one reporter, fringe reporter. This is Vanguard, 876. The primary source for this data is foreignassist.gov, the United States government official transparency portal. There's a big problem. So again, I don't know why Femi Lazarus is not calling a spade a spade. Okay, I don't know why. But that was what happened. And that's the story. What can Tinubu do? I think he has to just play smart and try to also achieve report. Dear Apostle Femi Lazarus, gone are the days of half-truth. Someone should please send this to him. Okay, let me see if I can listen to this. 10 minutes and that's too long, but I'll try. I might not listen to everything.
Jonathan was in power.
Okay, we've seen this one. Okay, we've seen this one.
You heard Pastor Lazarus say when Jonathan was needed to buy some things, that is buy ammunition, America blocked us from buying this ammunition.
Oh, yeah.
What he failed to tell Nigerians, especially his audience, is this: that a certain set of Nigerians were clamoring and were antagonizing the then Jonathan's government,
okay,
that made America pay attention to their cries and refuse to sell these arms to Nigeria.
Well, that's another point. Yeah, that's true.
That mercenaries were doing the job of taking out these terrorists. True. Who brought these mercenaries in? Jonathan. Why did Jonathan bring in these mercenaries? Because some certain people had caused America to blacklist Nigeria from getting arms. Jonathan had to hire mercenaries to come in to do the hard work. And these mercenaries were stopped from continuing their job, not under Jonathan, but under Buhari. He failed to mention that also, that it was under Buhari that these mercenaries were stopped from continuing their job. And who brought in the Buhari's government to power? On whose back did the Buhari's government rise to power?
APC.
The Buhari government rose to power on the back of the Americans, led by Barack Obama. So what he's failing to tell Nigerians in this his video, or in this his in what he has been saying, is simple. He has failed to call those that actively played a part in making Nigeria being blacklisted, that played politics with the lives of Nigerians. And those people are the current people occupying power in Nigeria today.
Yeah, what goes around comes around. I mean, this stuff has been trending, especially what Tinubu tweeted. Tinubu acknowledged that Christians were being killed in 2014. Tinubu acknowledged that there was that was systematically targeting of Christians in 2014. So what has changed? He's now the president, and this has been a real ridicule.
So this is my problem with his submission and with. Okay,
so again, that's what he wants to say. Yeah, I'm gonna move on. Still talking about Femi Lazarus. Okay, that's it. It's Nigerian that insult pastors. Politicians don't insult pastors because they know who is covering them. In other words, Femi Lazarus openly confirmed many Nigerian pastors and the Nigerian politicians are in bed. Okay, I think I've seen this one. Okay, so I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll see what happens from here. Let me see if I have some other things to talk about. But I hope that that Tinubu gets himself, best people that can do the job. And again, he should not be ashamed to say the truth and let people know, let the things fall, whatever is going to fall. Okay, Soludo, the election is not just a victory. Let me listen.
This is a moment to say congratulations to the ANAMBRA.
Okay.
You have spoken.
Okay.
4 years ago, you spoke. You gave us your mandate. And then, of course, ANAMBRA experimented the first time with beavers in that election. Extremely very low turnout. You elected us with 112,000 votes. In this one, you spoke loudly. This election and this victory is not just victory, it is history made. Big history. Because in the history of Anambra's politics, you look at the bit in terms of the percentage of registered voters that voted in this election, about 22%. Never before. You've broken the 20% glass ceiling, as it were. In terms of percentage of votes actually also made to any incumbent. This is the third time a governor has been re-elected in Anambra's history since the beginning of this republic, since 1999. In 2010, you re-elected a governor with about 31% of the votes cast. In 2017, you re-elected a governor with 56% of the votes cast. In this one, they were very emphatic, very, very emphatic by re-electing a governor. Yours sincerely, and my deputy, Dr. Onyeka Chukwuibezim, with 73% of the votes cast.
Again, I don't know. I don't know this Anambra election, right? I have a very mixed feeling about what happened. I saw the vote buying, but again, I don't think it was the vote buying that really swayed people. It was just that Anambra is Abga is Anambra. That was what I said earlier today. But what was really disturbing to me, and the real problem is, and again, I'm not an LP guy. I'm not an obedient. I don't believe that politics, because there's been a politics of kind of, excluding a lot of people instead of growing the tent. That's unfortunately that's what it is. But what LP got in that election is quite painful and alarming. 10,000. It would have been better if they didn't even have a candidate. That is, if you add what LP got to what ADC and what PDP got, it wasn't even close to what YPP. I don't even know who the hell that is. It's not even close to what YPP is. That's another guy. He had 3,000. How on earth will you tell me that a Peter Obi that was a governor, it wasn't as if he was coming from another state. Peter Obi was a governor in Anambra. And I'm not saying that Anambra shouldn't still, honor that their tradition of being an Abga stronghold. That's not what I'm saying. But APC even had 90-something. You could say, oh, they bought everything. I don't think so. A 10,000, I don't even know what to say. If you're looking for a clue and signals, leave all the noise. Look for a signal of what's going to happen in 2027. Slowly but surely, it's already revealing itself.
We're very humbled by this, being a show of solidarity, show of support, and your very emphatic statement that you stand with us. We applied for this job. You employed us 4 years ago, and we were sworn in probably three and a half years ago. And all I can say to you, like we said throughout the campaign, is that you haven't said anything yet. Well, look at the results. Out of 326, so probably about 320. 21 governments over 21. So we used to say 21 over 21. This one will probably be talking in terms of the wards.
Yeah. About
97. We're turning on to gear 4 in our employment for the next 4 years.
Okay.
And then again, a sense of gratitude and getting better and better and better. And it is fair to say that this is the best.
Yeah, that's it,
that you have.
guys. Yeah, that's it. That's a victory speech for Soludo. And that's what it is. I think also now the focus will then move to Ekiti state elections. I don't even know when that one is. So I think the two major events again before this year runs out is the Ekiti state elections, and also the PDP convention. Because I learned that Wike has been trying to foment a lot of trouble. I don't even know what that guy's end goal is, to be honest with you. I don't know if you know, you can let me know. I don't know what Wike's end goal is, because the guy has successfully destroyed the PDP. And that's it. Yeah. Okay, so moving on. Shore is bashing this guy. This is a new video from Regina Daniels. Okay, so again, as Regina just posted this with the TikTok, the new cornrow inspired the video. Anyways, I hope she finds peace. Let me see. We've seen this before, the final result. This is, why people even got 37 at the end of the day? I thought it was 33. This 38K. See, look at ADC. 8,000. 10,000. PDP 1,400. PDP that used to be the almighty PDP. It's now been toast to, at least they had more than the Yellow Show Rest Party. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, so people are saying that Femi Lazarus, the reason why he's not been able to come out is because of this. Wisdom is profitable to direct. At Femi Lazarus joined the APC National Youth Leader to inaugurate the so-called Young Believers in Politics Network. His panderings to the talking point of this government on the killing in the country has further eroded his credibility. I agree with that. I agree. The truth is that many pastors have been dining with politicians who are ruining our country. So this is Femi Lazarus. This is Dio Israel. This is an APC, I would say, stalwart. And then there's worshiping. Young Believers in Politics Network. Now, should there be this program? Should he have been invited to this program? I would say 100%. Okay? Yeah, you're the light of the world, right? It's not just in your church. This is an opportunity for him to showcase what he has and how, he's going to, be useful. But at the same time, you still want to say the truth. Whatever it is, whatever ox is God, you still want to say the truth. It's understandable. We've been a people who only shout but lack strategy. We would always be the first to shout anyone who wants to walk down. When we finally see it coming in the coming future, I hope you retreat this and apologize. Yeah, I think he should go ahead and do whatever he wants to do, but at the same time, he should call out the problems that our Christian in the North is having. Okay, yeah, that's it. So now Tinubu is trying to use the I would say geopolitical groups to talk to the US. ECOWAS wants US to stay off Nigeria internal affairs. AU wants US to stay off Nigeria internal affairs. China wants US to stay off Nigeria internal affairs. Tinubu refused to call or visit drum or even send his minister to the US. Tinubu is trending and speaking through those I expected him to speak through. Obi would have been in the US. Okay, I don't want to go into Obi and Tinubu. This is Tinubu's baby. Okay, this is not Obi's baby. People are like, oh, Obi is not saying anything. I mean, I wouldn't want him to get himself. This is Tinubu's baby. This is Tinubu's problem. He should solve it. We'll see what happens. But it is what it is. Yeah, it's snowing in Canada, and again, you see this senator. Oh, I don't want to play this, but this is Senator Dino Melaye. The problem is that once these politicians leave office or they're no longer in office, they lose a lot of their relevance. I'm telling you. And that's what happens. That's what happens. So people genuinely, they laugh me for getting involved in an election. Twitter people say, my phone is buzzing with people that matter in the society, congratulating me for the work I did. While refriends, they Twitter, they laugh. I don't know what that is. What you did yesterday, that was not work. You and your principal were only able to deliver just 10,000 votes out of 500K plus. Anyways, it is what it is. Okay, so that's just it. I don't know what this one is saying. The reason Nigeria is not moving forward is because of Yoruba. Okay, let me look at this one.
I will be honest with you. If Yoruba people leave Nigeria under 6 months, Nigeria will be like a well-developed country. Nigeria will be well-developed than Dubai. Nigeria will be well-developed than America. I'm not lying to you. If you're honest with yourself, the reason why Nigeria still remains in this dark shade, the reason why Nigeria still remains in this stone age, the reason why Nigeria is not moving forward are because of the Yorubas. I won't lie you. I will be honest with you. This has nothing to do with tribe. This has to do with honesty. And being honest, yeah. The problem we have in Nigeria, number one, the problem that is disturbing Nigeria, that is stopping development, are the Yorubas. Because these people, anything that want to bring progress to Nigeria, they always fight against it. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Now, take example. They said, America said they are killing Christians. They are saying, okay, they are not only Christians, they are also killing Muslims. Then, we should allow America to come, cooperate with the Nigerian government to fish out the bandits. Now, look at the tactics Yorubas are using. Automatically, they are blaming Peter Obi already. Yes. Go to us. They are blaming Peter Obi. They are blaming Igbo. They are blaming IPOB. I don't get it. That's why Nigeria remains the way we are.
I don't even know what this guy is talking about. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know what the hell this guy is talking about. It's just, that's the problem. People don't know how to reason in first principle. And we're in the world of, technology, we're in the world of, whatever it is. Everybody now can set up a ring light to talk and just open their mouth and say what doesn't even make sense. And these are the kind of people that have been platformed. And the algorithm has been trained to hype these kind of things. The internet will be one of the major problems that this generation and the next generation would face. Because how will you sit down, open your mouth, from what I'm seeing, is not in Nigeria, it's not residing in Nigeria, but it feels like superior, he knows all the problems of Nigeria. Possibly he's going for his evening shift or morning shift or whatever. And he's opening his mouth and just say, oh, if the Yoruba leaves, Nigeria within 6 months will develop. I can't even, I don't even know what to debunk or what to say here, because this just doesn't make sense. Proverb says that, you answer a fool according to his fool at times, so that he doesn't think he's wise. At times it says, okay, don't answer a fool answer a fool according to his fool, so that he doesn't think he's wise. Whatever the case, I'm not going to respond to this, because this is just BS. This is just BS. So they are telling Peter Obi to reconsider his presidential ambition. I really want to know what this is all about. Let me see this. ANAMBRA governor. That's talking about the gubernatorial election. This is 9th of November. Reconsider your presidential ambition. Lagos APC tells Obi. What's the business of Lagos APC with Obi? The Lagos State chapter of this, okay, has advised the 23 stuff, okay. Sheye Oladejo has given that advice. And it says that the outcome reflected a decline in the Labour Party's grassroots support and in Obi's obedient movement. The obedient movement, unfortunately, the obedient movement, they need to come to the realization that they are doing something very, very wrong. And except they are ready to have this conversation, then my advice doesn't even make sense. Like, let them do, like, he who is doing good, let him do good still. He who is messing up, let them mess up still. I'm not going to be advising the obedient movement because they don't even need my advice. They're very smart people. They want the best for Nigeria. They're sincerely intelligent. And we can see that in the results. All the elections since 2023, we can see that they've been doing very well. They've been doing very well. You know, they've been taking whatever wins they've got with strides. So I think they should just continue. Because if you advise them, they'll be angry. So these are people that voted for Soludo yesterday, saying that he did the roads for them. Let's see.
Before, you don't go enter here. For every you go stop. But now you do this road, you see here. So evidence
Okay, so well, that's what they have to say, that they're voting for this. So this lady is trying to say that you're not scared of Trump. Nobody's scared of Trump. Fight insecurity, and everybody will be fine.
Syria, who is ruling Syria today? Taliban. In Afghanistan. The question is, who is ruling Afghanistan today? Talibans. America fought ISIS in Syria. Who is ruling Syria today? ISIS. America fought Iraq, saying that.
Now the way he's saying is like ISIS is ruling. No, ISIS is not ruling. But the guy that is now the current guy, okay, in charge, technically was loyal to ISIS and was one of the fighters of ISIS. And why is the person ruling Syria today ISIS? Because Trump is like, you know what? I'm not going to get myself involved in all of this nonsense politics. Why is the person ruling Afghanistan today Taliban? Because Trump said, it's over. We're bringing our troops back home. So again, when you people come online to talk, you have to put perspective to things. Why is Taliban really in Afghanistan today? Because Trump said, no longer are we going to be supporting whoever government the United States under Obama tried to rush, and even also some of the Republicans too. So it made them know that, you know what, if it's going to fall, let it fall. It's their problem. And again, I'm saying Trump is not looking to invade Nigeria, but it's trying to tell you that you have to take care of your own homeland.
It is fighting Al-Qaeda. Guess who is ruling Iraq today? Al-Qaeda. So when we say we don't want America to come, it's not because we're afraid America will come and destroy us. America only fights the weak. America is just a propaganda.
See this lady, I would have loved she used the same energy to go after the terrorists that are killing Christians in the north, central, and even those that attack some worship places in the southwest. Okay, but now America wants to, like, the spotlight is being shown. Oh, we don't want America. But why don't you also say that there's a fundamental problem in the north?
They're just drama. Everything about America is just drama. They don't need your suffering. They don't need the war. What they need is control. So what they will use is they use the weakest people, the ones who have the most radicalist mindset. They pretend to come and fight them. After fighting them, they hand over power to them as a kind of negotiation for peace. And they allow these radicals to continue to rule by giving them what they want. That's what we are avoiding. So for you, the IPOPs who are relying on America, thinking they're going to come and fight Muslims, unfortunately for you,
nobody's saying, you see, that's the problem. America never said they were coming to fight Muslims. America never said that. They said they were coming to fight terrorists, except you're telling me that it's the same thing. No, America never said they were coming to fight Muslims. It was specific. If Nigeria does not take care and get rid of the terrorism in its country, then they will have no choice than to come in and make it fast and go. Nobody's going to sit down with you and try to safeguard your country.
Story is going to shift, even if that happens. And it will not even happen. So my dear Muslims out there, And Ari, with those of you who are a bit worried, this is just drama.
Can you imagine? So you're saying the Muslims are worried, but it's not coming for the Muslims. Are the Muslims in support of what is happening in the north? I mean, that's a sincere question. America, U.S. has Muslims. I mean, they have Muslims in their house of, in their Congress. Okay? Saudi Arabia, one of your major, I mean, that's where you go to pray. I think that's Mecca, right? Saudi Arabia is a Muslim country and they're an ally of the United States. The Saudi princes are close friends with Donald Trump. So he's not coming to kill Muslims. He never said he was coming to kill Muslims. Except you're telling me, except you're conflicting both, except you're telling me that they're the same, one and the same. I thought he was talking about the Islamic terrorist. So what are you talking about? It's only you just putting on makeup and coming out to talk about what you don't know. It's about you understanding the context of what he said.
This is just propaganda. And let me tell you, I say it again, it's not going to happen. Trump is just bluffing. He's just bluffing. He's just using us to catch crews. I tell you that. He's just trying to hide the fact that his government is failing. That's why.
What's your yardstick? What's your yardstick? His government is failing. His failed government is still, at least in a way, still getting some things done. And again, Tinubu's government is not a total 100% failure. I've talked about the reforms. I've talked about the forex reforms. I've talked about the economic reforms. I've talked about how good he's been actually trying to take Nigeria out of the hole that Buhari and Jonathan put us into. You may not like it, but that's the truth. The reforms are painful and bitter, but there's been nothing from the, from the security point of view that I can say this is a real success. I'm not saying it's not trying, but it's not working.
A country like America can be bullying a country like Nigeria. Imagine. That's a big shame. You know, if it were to be the times of their high glory, Americans will never tell you they will stoop low to fight Nigeria. They'd rather...
He never said he was coming to fight Nigeria. Where are you getting your news from? I read the tweet here. He wasn't coming to fight Nigeria. I'm even saying that this is an opportunity for Tinubu if he wants to use it. Because I believe that this thing is complex. And Tinubu is also trying as much as he can to keep his own life. These people are powerful. A group of people that goes into a prison and release their terrorist member is trying to tread carefully, especially knowing that the support he got, the reason why he's president today was the North. So he's trying to tread carefully, but again, it's not sufficient. So nobody's coming to fight Nigeria. And America is not coming to have a base or sit down in Nigeria.
Say they will send neighboring countries that will just fight us for them to stoop this low. They bullied so many people and now their game is getting caught up with. So they're looking.
That's the same person that had Israel, had Egypt, had Saudi, all of them over at the table trying to at least bring peace to Israel and between Israel and the Palestinian a few weeks ago. He's been helping to resolve the Ukraine and the Russia war. These people don't know what they talk about, unfortunately.
For new centers to bully. And that the world has got up to know them, that they're not the highest superpowers anymore. They have competitors. They are scared of Russia. They are scared of...
America is scared of Russia? Really? I mean, you can say China, I would agree if you say China, but America is scared of Russia? Really? Russia that cannot even defeat Ukraine, that they said it was going to take them 3 weeks to defeat Ukraine, the war is still going on. And the reason why Russia has not defeated Ukraine is because of the help of the United States of America. So again, anyways.
China, they're scared of North Korea. So what do you have anything to fear about?
America is scared of North Korea.
My dear Muslims, Ku kwantar da hankalinku. Ku kwantar da hankalinku. Nothing is going to happen. All right? Nothing is going to happen.
And this is why it becomes very difficult to get rid of terrorism in Nigeria. That is why I would give more respect to a Muslim in Dubai. I'll give more respect to a Muslim, even in Saudi, than an average Muslim. Now, I'm not saying that some of them are not good, than an average Muslim in the northern part of Nigeria. I'll still give more respect to Muslims in the southern part. You guys are not calling out the problem. You guys are not calling, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. I'm telling you. Look at what she just said now. Look at the framing. Look at the framing. I don't even know what to say anymore, to be honest with you. I don't know what to say. I'm going to play this for you. Again, another Muslim person, high up there, making things happening, trying to warn people about the danger of extreme Islamic stuff. I'm telling you. Oh, Muslims, be happy. And these people are killing Muslims. These people are killing Muslims. This is a minister. Okay. Look at what is to our dear sister talking. Listen.
And let me say this in English so you can understand what I'm saying.
I have translation.
No, I know you have translation, but I just want to make sure you get it right. There will come a day that we will see far more radical extremists and terrorists coming out of Europe because of the lack of decision-making, trying to be politically correct, or assuming that they know the Middle East and they know Islam and they know the others far better than we do. And I'm sorry, but that's pure ignorance. And let me say,
pure ignorance. That's what our dear lady here is spewing here. Pure ignorance. Oh, Muslims be happy. Muslims be happy.
When they were boasting Israel, how long did it take Iran to silence them? They started running away to Cyprus. And those are the people our indie fraudsters say they are copying, thinking America scares us. America scares us not. And if you are getting scared out there, better put on your thinking cap and move on with your life.
America is not trying to scare anybody. I mean, America can't be scared of you. They sent almost 1 billion. USAID sent 1 billion to Nigeria in 2023. What are you talking about? I didn't even know they were spending that much. That's the problem. Let me see this one.
So much entitlement mentality. And
the fact that you talk too fast doesn't mean that you're high.
Feel that they have the right to talk about other people's problems. They have this hero syndrome, thinking they are other people's savior. So they have the right to talk about you, but you don't have the right to talk about them. It's very funny. I had somebody, calling my name, barking, and telling me that, why am I not talking about Almajiris and the things that are happening in the north? Okay. The truth is, I don't need to talk about it. There are too many people talking about it. Your people are helping me talk about it. I came to this platform to discuss about how to re-educate Nigeria on the benefits of each region. I was attacked by some people, and I decided to make them an assignment. The more you attack, the more I will talk. That's the fact. Nobody has a monopoly to talking about.
There's nobody that is saying you should not talk, young lady. Okay.
Other people. There is nowhere in this country that is not having insecurity issues.
Can you imagine? Oh yeah, like in the Southwest now, they are bombing churches. They're killing priests. Again, I've been here saying that I'm not happy with the way the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has handled the situation in the Southeast. If you've been following me on this channel, I've made it clear that not 1 inch of the country should be suffering from insecurity. And I put that on the table of the president. This is not last month thing. This is not 2 months. I've been saying this thing for the past how many months? Even before Trump woke up and said, oh, what's happening in Nigeria again? So when you come and say, oh, insecurity is happening everywhere, like, dude, what are you talking about? What are you really talking about? To everyone his own. But again, there's a melting point. And to the fact that the people killed, more importantly, in the northern part of the country, there's been targeting, except you want to tell me that these people don't target Christians. Oh, Muslims get killed too. Yeah, I've explained that again. Retard. You have to understand, it's a strategic cleansing of the Christian strength in the north so that they can dominate that and cause a major problem.
You know, in my history, the history of how I grew up, we always tagged this in the fraudsters. When they open a shop, you hear people talking that, oh, he was formerly an armed robber. You know, he was formerly a thief. He's an armed robber or stuff like that. We knew them, that they were the first criminals in this country. I'm telling you, I can bet you today, there's a crime that's happened in the eastern part of Nigeria in terms of unaliving somebody. Why is it not attributed to either their religion or a particular group?
Because their religion, okay, they don't have a sect that is fighting based on religion domination. It's clear as day. It's clear as day. Are there tussles between religions? Yes. But it's not to the point of unaliving someone. Okay? So again, you cannot come here and try to sugarcoat the truth. What is happening in the Southeast is a big problem. But again, you cannot attribute that to any religion because they don't do that in the name of religion. Whatever it is that they're doing, which is also terrorism, has nothing to do with religion. But I cannot say that with the extremism that is happening in the northern part of the country. And I'm not talking about Muslims, peace-loving Muslims. I'm not talking about them.
The West, because the West always talk down on Muslims. So every Tom, Dick, and Harry just feels that he has that guts to just attribute everything to Muslims. Everybody talks about Muslims. At the moment you just step in and talk about them, they bark like raging dogs. You know, go and check all of my posts. When I talk to my fellow house people and I tell them, okay, these are some of the corrections we're going to make. The comments.
You've been talking to them for how many years now?
Sections are quiet, silent. It's still the same people who will come and start to insult. My dear, I'm not going to talk about Almajiris. We have been talking about them, so you've done that responsibility already. I want to do what nobody's doing. Talking about people who feel they're too proud to be talked about. The moment you talk about them, they just enrage. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry talks about Muslims, talk about Hausa, talk about Fulani, when they have their own impending problems. I'm going to tell you, no, the problems of northern Nigeria is so much. Should we start talking about the statistics of your own? Should we start calling every single kidnapping case and every single crime that happens, even neighbor to neighbor, friend to friend? Should we start calling it out and making it about you people? Would you be happy about it if we generalize? Look at the case of this young man, fish magnet.
Guy, what is she talking about? I know she's going to talk about fish magnets. She's going to talk about fish magnet. One person. And again, can't you see what is happening? You're talking about fish magnets. Okay? Who is going to court every week? Even though I don't even like him, I don't like his politics. Who is in jail? Who is in custody? Who is in custody? Nnamdi Kanu. Where are those people burning churches, burning all of these things in the north? Where are they? Where is the judgment given to them? Now they've pushed Nnamdi Kanu's judgment, which I don't even understand. Like, I don't even like him, right? You understand? You know, Nnamdi Kanu. It's not me. I'm like, again. But who has been arrested? In Finland, Simon Ekpa, that another riffraff, has been sentenced to jail. But you're here trying to talk, but you're, oh, okay, fine. So he has been arrested. Simon Ekpa is been charged and is going to jail. Nnamdi Kanu has been in jail for how many years now? And there's been a lot of killings happening also, that is by the Nigerian military in the southeast trying to actually salvage the whole situation. But how come when it comes to the north, you're going to say, oh, you cannot kill them. We need to talk to them like brothers and sisters. We have to give them amnesty. So what are you talking about? Everybody has a right to call out what they see as wrong. And the fact that it's in the north, unfortunately, it is what it is. Fact doesn't care about how you feel, and you don't need to speak fast for us to know that there's a problem. Everybody spoke about the fish magnet thing. People are on the IPOP issue day and night. But when it comes to, okay, now let's do something about what is happening in the north, oh, now they want to categorize everybody. And nobody's talking about Muslims. We're saying they are terrorists. When they go to the mosque on Friday, what do they teach them? Do they teach them that they should not join that group? The killings? What is it? What are they teaching people? People generally have a soft spot for this kind of thing.
Here, who was selling his franchise, and a group of young men attacked him and killed him. Oh, I guess if that happened in northern Nigeria, it would have been the whole of the lives of all Muslims that would be talked about.
No, it's a lie. Nobody says that. This is just a low IQ. I don't even know why I'm even reacting to this thing. To be honest with you, I don't even know why I'm talking about this.
The prophet that is in his grave will start receiving news that something has happened. Because no, you are entitled to having bad people, but we are not entitled to having bad people. So because the West use the same style, you think you can use it at home? No, not everybody will agree with you. If the rest would agree with you, I would not. It is a pledge I have made to myself. As long as a single comment bullies my people, my religion, I will come for you. It is a promise I made. Because nobody has monopoly to talk about others, and we should not talk about you. They say we have almajiris that are begging. Should we talk about your oloshos? Should we talk about your baby factories? Should we talk about the number of northern Nigerian children that are kidnapped every single day to your areas? Should we talk about that? So why do you think you have the monopoly to talk about others without you being like to be talked about? It's give and take here.
Okay, it is what it is. Fiction or reality, how to control the North, make them feel like they're in charge, give them terrorism, justify it with religion, loot their resources, lie to them that Nigeria must remain one for them to be relevant, according to the imperial blueprint of Nigeria, for the South to continue flourishing through development, innovation, technology, and education. The North must be kept in a state of chaos. Terrorism in the North is not accident, it's a calculated design rooted in that blueprint. The North has what it takes to become like a Dubai. Why are we not like a Dubai? Why are we not like the UAE? But then any small thing, I imagine that them. If you like cry, Hausa and Fulani is not the same. 100%. Yeah. Idiot, you don't need to talk about Ajwaje, but you need to talk about Igbos. We don't have a Amachiri in our sister. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Again, it is what it is. I need to move on. Let me see if there's still anything to talk about. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what this is. I like.
Edo State. Life with the governor of Edo State. 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 The number one citizen of Edo State. Akpako has come to rescue the people. Akpako has come to rescue the people. Akpako rescue. Akpako rescue.
I don't know what this is all about.
Rescue. He has come to rescue the people. He has come to rescue Edo people. Akpako.
Wow. The level of sarcophagy in Nigeria is crazy.
Akpako. Edo is shining from nothing to something.
Wow.
That governor, on the way they talk anywhere. No mind them. See, governor too much. No mind them.
Man, this is crazy. Oh, let me see this thing. Men are very, very cheap. I can call 10 girls now and they'll be there easily. Men are not the price. DJ Dimple and her friend. Let me see this.
And they will rush. Like, they don't know where walk.
But woman, before a woman will leave her house to see you, maybe you don't whine and you don't give her money, at least she will stress you a bit. But men, I do not need any stress. Once you call a man to come right now, he will run coming because men are cheap. They think that they are the price, but they are actually the cheapest. Ladies, let me tell you something. Any infection that is flying around, it starts from the men. It's true. I'm not even like lying. Men, they make you feel like you guys are the ones because our bodies are open. Men are the ones that sleep anyhow. Exactly. So they will not carry infection and come and give you that your body is open. Exactly.
What the hell?
Yeah,
what is this?
it. So men are not hygienic. Men that are not taking care of themselves should not make you cry.
Okay. Again, it is what it is. What's this? Let me see this.
Yes.
Wiki.
U.S. President Donald Trump has declared the former...
No, I don't think this is real. I mean, I have to. I don't think this is real. Okay. Let me see. Yeah. Integrity stands firm. Oh, this is the Anambra State governorship aspirant that created a viral tweet. And yeah, Ashore also jumped on the trend. It is what it is. Let me see what's happening. Let's see this. Then I say, if not, then I start this by God treating I go feel them. Let's educate the educated in the fraudsters. I'm not gonna join myself in the fight. Nowadays, then Northern and Muslim tolerated being abused on this space by Godfrey. Let me see this one. What is this? Who is this? This is crazy. Okay, let me move on. Okay, let me listen to this guy. This guy.
I discovered this man also. Burna Boy song. As I dey hustle like I dey buy your ogun lazy. You know that there's a song anyway. So anywhere I go, mo lati pada sile mi. And in that phrase, he has, you know, a whole line that celebrates this Adebayo Ogunlesi. So I said, who is this guy? So I started studying. Now, sometime last year, 2024 or late 2020, last year, 2024, Adebayo Ogunlesi broke the internet when his company was bought over by BlackRock. BlackRock is one of the major investment, firms in the entire world. And they bought his shares, they bought over his company for $12 billion cash, $12.5 billion, and then stock options. So the internet scattered. Prior to this time, he's a quiet guy who has always wanted to be, outside the limelight. But a powerful achiever. So, a lawyer turned investment banker. For many years was a Wall Street banker. The first and only black guy to rise to CEO directorship levels in the Wall Street Bank in America.
Okay.
Banking in America is a traditionally white institution. You now see this black guy. It's not just needs. So this guy takes his small network of success, his money.
Why is it so?
Why is it so?
It's money.
It's an era we live in, and it's compounded by social media.
Okay, money and water
shows you the finished product, whether it's the individual,
the struggle.
You never see the process.
The struggle. You don't see the struggle.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you see, stories like this show you process. An Instagram page doesn't show you process. It shows you a finished good. It shows you a finished individual. It shows
I
you
agree.
a
They are fake finishing.
A lot of it is fake. A lot of it. If I want to look at it now, the 24 hours today, most of my day I've been rough, I've been hassled, I've made this. But when I want to show the Instagrammers, I'll go and do my makeup. I'll go and sit in a nice corner of my house. In fact, you should be skeptical at any picture you see on social media because
that is the world we live in right now. That's the world we live in right now. And it's a big problem. That's why you see people dying of depression and, they have all these problems. Because why? Because we've been able to elevate fakery and make it real. There have been cases where you see people dancing, and then just 2 weeks after you hear this person died from depression, was suicidal. You must be able to insulate yourself from all this internet drama, the internet lifestyle. Because yeah, it does elevate misery at times. And we're in a world where the algorithm has been kind of, tweaked to favor this kind of a thing. The billionaires, they believe that the poor people, this is what they need. That dopamine, right? It's quite unfortunate. And it is what it is.
It's fiction, as far as I'm concerned. It's fictional. A lot of the images we put out there are fictional elements of our life.
So this is the guy she's talking about here. I've known this guy for a while though. Yeah, 2.5 billion net worth as of 2025. Silent achiever. I mean, this one won't come out and be saying money in water, right? But again, quiet, and he does his own thing. But another thing you're going to also see is that, he's not even in Nigeria. He's not in Nigeria. He's a Nigerian, but he's not in Nigeria. He's not based in Nigeria. Okay.
They are how we want our lives to be, right? They are the 1 minute of the rest of the entire day. They're just a simple nugget. They're not the entirety of our lives.
Yeah.
But that's what we're putting in front of children now. And the whole generation is seeing finished goods. Finished. They're not seeing the factory.
Is this encouraging fraud? Because you see young persons now.
Of course, it does.
They are Yahoo boys.
Yeah.
And they are proud of it.
Yeah.
You see young ladies.
Yeah.
They are on the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't say it's a compound of other factors. It's also a factor of when merit fails. So yes, on the one hand, you're seeing images of what success looks like, and success only looks like, fame and money, right? So that's social media's role. But then the lanes that are the merit lanes are not yielding the outcomes that merit lanes were supposed to yield. So if after I went through process and I didn't get the desired outcome, what it signals to the young individual is that this is a foolish road to take.
Yeah, do fraud.
Going all these years through a rigorous education, and at the end of it, you can't guarantee yourself a job, is a foolish man's choice, right? So we are sending signal.
Yeah, but again, just to put things in perspective also, is that what has been sold, we've not done justice in educating people coming behind that it's not just going to school or just getting a certificate, but rather adding value. Because people think that because you went to school, life should be okay for you. It doesn't work that way. So again, what are they teaching in the curriculums? What are they teaching in the schools? What do you end up having? Those are the things that, comes together to now make you who you are. And if what you're bringing in the society, if the value that you are pushing in does not commensurate with what the market wants, then you become a failure. Then you become frustrated.
That continuously, reprogram people's mindsets towards or against process.
Okay, I'm gonna move on. Yeah, so I've heard about that. Buhari's trending, and Nnedinwoko, and then Ashake. Let me see which one I want to talk about now. Let me just see this one. Nnedinwoko, because that's the hot talk at the moment. Yeah, I saw this where Omoyele called him out. Oh, this is video show Sammy. Okay, we've seen this one where Sammy was kind of disruptive and aggressive to the family members. I would say the mom coming to talk. This is an old video that is circulating now when the daughter got married, and she was like, you know what? Our daughter is married now and all that. Let's see what happens. Oh, this is 2020. 10 hours ago, Regina Daniel should hold her parents accountable. They sold off to Nnedinwoko for money and fame until she faces that truth. She'll never heal. Her mom used that as a money-making tool, and now everything is falling apart. Oh, really? Let me listen to what this guy has to say.
Someone needs to take away Regina Daniel's phone, hire her a PR team, and not allow her to speak in front of a camera until she has...
I said this thing like last week, like 2 days ago. I said this. She needs help. Not another ring light camera stuff.
Healed. And healing means holding your parents accountable and accepting that your parents helped a man, an old man, your ancestor, groom you and push you into young marriage. As long as you're not willing to blame your parents, you will never heal, because you're still protecting these two people, these two criminals that got you to where you are.
No, you can't call them criminals for that. Because she came out to tell her own side of the story that it was not that they forced her. She made her own decision. Again, yeah, you can talk about the age gap, you can talk about the differences and all of that, but again, you can't call her mom a criminal. I mean, it's not your battle, okay? It's not. Again, it's a family issue. The fact that they're putting everything online is what makes people react to it.
This idea of she was rebellious and her parents did not want her to marry, you people need to shut up. We are all Africans. You people should name one country on the African continent where a young girl can get married to do a traditional without the blessing of her parents.
Yeah, I agree. And then also there's this statement from the dad that said he was actually against that. I mean, that's all we know, right? That's all we know. Again, she's not my daughter. I don't really know much about the whole thing, but it is what it is.
She got her parents' blessing. Her mother was there smiling from ear to ear because that was her money that was coming. As a matter of fact, Regina Daniels' mom and her brother need to stay in jail. They need to stay in jail. You need to leave them in jail.
I don't even know what to say. Oh, they need to stay in jail. I don't know if they're in jail. Like, life is not as black and white as... I don't even know what to say, really. So they should put both of them in jail. Why? Let's listen.
Because these are the people around you, the bloodsuckers that brought you to where you are. If it wasn't for these grown people depending on their younger sister, their daughter, you would not be in this predicament. So you need to prioritize yourself, your children's well-being, and let your mother go to jail. Leave your brother in jail as long as your ex-husband, your husband wants to keep them there, because your children should be more important to you. Secondly, Regina, you stand in front of the camera and you're telling us proudly, and that's your ego. Put your ego aside, because you cannot heal as long as that ego is still there. We had money, we were fine. I sent my siblings to school. The fact that your brain has not comprehended that you were adultified, a younger at your age, sending your older and younger siblings, or is it just older siblings, to school, that responsibility you had, that is the reason you went and married your ancestor. Because
this lady is this is a full-blown feminist. Okay, I don't even know what to advise, to be honest with you, because it's very difficult to advise people when it comes to family issues. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I kind of like some sense into it, right? Like, yeah, at that young age, I saw one of her videos today where she was acting at a very young age. She said, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a this, I want to be an aeronautic engineer and all that. And then, what's the name of this other lady that was like the grown-up lady in the whole thing? I was like, wow, she was really young. She was really young. But again, why are they calling Ned Nwoku ancestor? The guy is just young at heart, right? How old is the guy? Let's even see. How old is Ned Nwoku? How old is he? Bro! Nah, real ancestor. My dude is 64 years old, bro. Same age as Nigeria. Wow. I didn't even know. Man, that guy old though. In the next 7 years, it's gonna be Papa 70.
You were tired of providing for people that have lived life longer than you, for your parents that are supposed to take care of you. Which is why when you went and saw all the wealth that man had, you said, Master, let me just go and get married to him, because honestly, he's going to make life easier for me. I'm sick and tired of being a breadwinner as an underage girl. Because all the other elderly men you had seen before that, the farmers, the teachers, the engineers that were in your husband's age bracket, why did you not marry any of them? Because they had no money. You would have never married a farmer because he's a fine man at the age of 60. Because why are you going to subject yourself to an old man as a young girl? Unless he has money. You should have started this campaign by clearly portraying yourself as the victim which you are. That's the only way you could have won the public over, by saying that you are a victim, explaining the pressure you were experiencing as the breadwinner of your entire family.
You would think that this lady and Regina, they were living together. See how people go just come online, they analyze another person's life, eh? I don't know, man. That's why I'm saying, yeah, you can always wade into it. The age gap is crazy and all of that is naturally going to be an issue there. But again, possibly, I don't think that, there are other people that have already had this kind of relationship and they're doing well. So how do we place that? It's not a property. You shouldn't really encourage that. But again, like, people make decisions. But the only thing I can hold to is that statement, allegedly, that you could trace to the father. who said, I don't understand all these things. How is she going to marry somebody that is even older than me, a father? Except for that, I mean, every other thing, okay? I kind of agree with what she's saying, but again, like, it's her life. Let her deal with it. I wouldn't make any comment to belittle her decision or to belittle her. I just feel that she needs therapy and she needs somebody that she can look up to as a father figure. Since Ned is no longer a father figure.
Family and trying to hold this man accountable for misusing his power against you. Some people are calling her immature, saying the way she expressed herself in her video, she sounded deranged, she sounded like a child. What mental development was supposed to take place when she was married to a man that was taking advantage of her? When men purposely marry women old enough to be their grandchildren, they do that for the sole purpose of controlling them mentally, emotionally.
And that may not be true in all cases, but again, yeah, it's possible, but that may not be true in all cases.
The growth that takes place emotionally from 18 to 25 is when, you're going out with friends, you meet a new set of friends, you date around, all those long texts you're writing, boys, that do you like me, do you not like me, I feel like you hurt me emotionally. That's what is helping your brain develop. She did not have any of that. Because men that want to control you, they control your environment. You're not allowed to hang out with anyone, particularly if you're married to a senator. You're not allowed to make friends of your own, of any class, and socialize and figure out what are my likes, my dislikes. Am I emotionally mature enough for this, for that? To even figure out what emotional maturity is. She never had all those experiences, which is why she sounds like a child, because her emotional growth was stunted. And another crucial part of winning the public votes, Regina, as your PR manager, let me tell you, is to actually admit that you were portraying this flashy lifestyle because you were trying to distract yourself from your personal frustrations in your marriage. For you to come here and say, oh, people are mocking me because I posted my life and, does anyone post their bad moments? No, you can also just be neutral. If I'm going through a difficult time in my marriage and I'm with the worst man that is abusing me physically, mentally, you best believe I'm not going to be posting that he bought me this, he bought me that, I'm on this private jet, because what you were trying to portray was the people talking negatively about you have no right to speak because your life is so great and you made such a great choice. Which now leads to you misleading young girls into feeling like they can choose their partners only based on their financial status and not making them aware of the risk attached to it. So for all we know, you could have led young girls into dangerous situations by portraying that fake narrative.
Is that not too much? Like, is that not...
Which is that you can marry an old man and live a happy life. You cannot. Any old man that marries a young girl does that to control you.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I think exactly Sade Okoya. I didn't want to mention that name because again, there are young people that marry young guys that still suffer. Okay. Again, Sade Okoya married an older man and built an empire. Regina Daniels married an older man and built a storm. Same opportunity, different mindset. One sought stability, the other sought self. Both teachers, wealth gives option, not direction, stay focused. Again, I wouldn't compare Sade Okoya and Regina Daniels because Sade Okoya's situation is quite different. Okay, the Okoya, Razak Okoya, I think that's his name, does not have 5 wives. So again, it's a different, like you cannot compare both. To me, this Ned with so many wives is already like a flag. That's the only way, that's the only thing I could say, but again, it is what it is. Regina Daniel is proving what has always been said by wise men. Avoid a poor girl. You will never truly know her. To know if her love is for you from the heart or stomach. Billionaire Ned will marry this. Oh, no, I know. No, I like. She said she was already balling, right? She was already balling before she met Ned. Now, I don't want to get into all this story, right? It is what it is. If justice for Ned or Senator had a signing voice. Let me see this one.
Gina, I've been waiting, baby, come back. You need spiritual battle, took another
the glass, but I'm the physical abuser. Deck of cards, I'm a net, but no joker. Queen of black hearts, yellow outside, I can break on a black bones. Oh, you black. Regina like this, you don't declare war. Call up the bad boys from your profession. I don't call like Babio, Senator K-Tong. This not Hollywood, Professor Senator, Skull Fuga, Subi, Sam Didi. Tell your brother, Sammy, in mind go day. Watch your wake up and I live and no go find Nestle. Girl, I'm still where we cut like a machete. Prodigal daughter, come back home. Daddy loves you.
What the hell is this? Wow. I didn't even know that. Oh boy. If Justice for Ned or Senator Woko had a singing voice, if President Daniels can tell a billionaire, like, I saw this thing, I was like, what the hell is this? If President Daniels can tell a billionaire like Nedun Woko that the money he spent on that doesn't count, then who are you from a poor generation? There's no refund in any relationship. If you like, use your brain to spend on woman. What the hell? What's happening to our young men and our young women? Let me make this clear. No matter how much you think you spent on me, it can never be equal to the value of the time I gave you, my prime years, my energy. Wow, that's buyer's remorse, actually. That's buyer's remorse. Okay? My energy and the career opportunity I sacrificed while being with you. Wow. Wow. I think they should just call their families together and settle this. Let me make this very clear, no matter what. I saw one who says, if Nedun Woko can say that, what's the hope for the poor men them? If President Daniels can say this about Nedun Woko, what's the hope for the poor man them? What's the hope of the poor man them? How much? Is it the iPhone XR that you iPhone 17 Pro Max that you bought? Wow. Okay, this was 2021. She just asked them. He asked them young and no fair. You know what? Lila will be 30 this year. What's up with this guy and young girls? Really, it's a problem, right? I don't know, bro. As a woman, your brother is support on them. See what I'm taking this thing to? Sisterhood versus brotherhood. As a woman, if your boyfriend is in support of Nedun Woko, not Regina Daniels, you need to end that relationship ASAP. Led by what? A single lady, right? I'm a holistic raising artist relationship. Okay. Football. So this is another relationship advice. Okay. I don't know. Nobody's talking about Nedun Woko actually being a pedophile. Oh, really? By marrying Regina at 17. Wow. Yeah, but what's the law? Again, what's the law of Nigeria, right? Marriage age, what's the law? That's it. You can't just call him a ped, right? You have to know what's the legal age. Legal age of marriage and consent in Nigeria. Let me even see. Consent in Nigeria. Because you can't just call someone you can be sued, man. I mean, there's what we call morality and legality, though. But again, I'm just saying. Let's look at this. What's the age? So this person, let me see. Okay, that's another troll. Oh, now they're saying it's complex. Oh, it's complex. Just give me one number. Also, they say in this state, child marriage under 18 is prohibited. Okay, Child Rights Act of 2003. The federal law sets minimum age of marriage at 18. So she might be right. For both male and female, with no exception, it declares any marriage involving a person under 18 as null and void. As of 2024-25, the Sharia has been domesticated, okay? Oh, they're now saying that, let's look at that. Non-domesticated state, okay? Let's see what this is saying. In the remaining state, mostly in the north, such as those applying Sharia law, the Sharia does not apply. Now that's where the problem comes. That's the problem. Marriage is permitted after puberty for what the hell? 12 to 15? Damn, with parental consent. That is crazy. Customary law in various ethnic groups may also allow marriage below 18. So is he? I mean, based on what this lady is saying, I don't know. This is crazy. Age is 18. So let me just ask Grok. Is Panet guilty? I'm just saying, I mean, this is not me. I'm just asking AI. Is Panet guilty? So he's going to go in and just give us like, okay, maybe Panet is guilty. Nedun Woko, yeah, let me see what it's saying. No, Panet has not been found guilty in any court of law. No. I'm talking about marriage. Okay, the query appears to refer to ongoing public stuff. No, I'm saying it seems he married man. I don't get what. You know what they do? He married Regina at 17, right? If this is the case, is that not a contravention of the law? Is that not illegal? Let me just put it like that, illegal. Is that not illegal what Panet did? I'm just asking questions. I don't know, right? You have to decide for yourself, right? Okay, so Regina Daniel was not 17 when she married Ned. She was 18 years old. So why is this person saying she's 17? She actually married at 18, which is legal. So Panet is not a ped. Okay? I'm just saying. Panet is not a ped, according to this. Was the marriage illegal? No, the marriage was not illegal under Nigerian law, and Ned Nwoko has never been charged or prosecuted for child marriage. So Ned Nwoko is fine. As long as she's 18, the law allows that to happen. Again, you can start talking about innuendos and talking about other things, but again, I don't have any opinion or any whatever in this fight. But it is what it is, right? Senator must be held accountable for crimes against a minor and abuse. That was Omoyele Shore trying to push that. But again, I don't think that's it. Justice for Ned Nwoko. All men must protect against all these dollar women commenting rubbish. So now we're going to do justice for Ned, Panet. Okay. I was in a live X space today, and the women are really in support of Regina, while the men are like, let's take caution. Let's look at this thing, right? Now let's sit down. This is too much. Who could practically desensitize everybody up in, except Regina Daniel's father. Yeah, let me look at this.
Elders. Nigeria no get elders. We get old people. Old people full everywhere. Old people like Regina Daniel's husband. Old people everywhere. You know understand? That when we go marry that kind of man. I say some people, the kind wickedness where that man don't show your own community. You small girl. Wait, that kind of person, king of his village go in nearly kill him. Really? They don't follow the news. When we say he wants to take the whole land of the community by force.
Really?
Some 9 young people, one of my papa friend, Azuka, now big journalist that and they follow this case where this man, 9 boys now he throw for prison for over how many years. They go charge them, say they be terrorists because they organize against them, stealing the land of the whole community. Person with him match the whole community high. You small girl, go stay for your house, say you find love. Nigeria, I don't blame the girl. I blame our country because our country must free our women from making this kind of decisions.
I agree.
If our country better, our young girls no need to enter this kind.
But it happens also in the United States. There are massive age differences too in the United States. So how do you then spin that? She said true love, she'll leave you before.
Situation. You don't understand? So now those kind of old men, where they to chook finger for inside everybody eye, for what they want, for their own greed. Anybody can go. They can dagger anybody.
Okay.
These are the men that we have. Just old men. They are not elders.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah. Well, fair enough. I don't know, right? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. I don't know if I want to talk about this. Now, this is the brother of Senator Nwoko or Senator Ned. You're not ashamed. I'm not ashamed for you, but there are people who are ashamed for you, your siblings. You are reaping what you've sown and you haven't seen nothing yet. Chuks Nwoko, now his brother is coming out to say, Ned, you're a problem. Let's
so this is for Ned. Ned, I don't have any means of reaching you. For how many years you don't take my calls?
Wow.
No contact with you. I don't know how many Nwokos you have that have.
They resemble each other for real. They resemble each other for real. But this must be a little bit taller.
Access to you. But as a brother,
wow.
As a brother, I have tried to tell you the truth through the same medium, Facebook. You are bringing so much disrepute to the name Nwoko. You are not ashamed. I am not ashamed for you, but there are people who are ashamed for your siblings. Today is the 9th day of November 2025. It's an opportunity for you to have a change of attitude, a change of heart. The Bible says that there is a way that which seemeth right to a man, at the end thereof, that ways of death. That's Proverbs 14 verse 12. You are all over social media promoting things that are not connected to the culture of our people. Things that you are saying things that have nothing to do with the core values with which we were brought up. Core value of dignity, of respect, of hard work, of family, of relationship, of education. I'm not talking about going to school. You've been posting your profile that you have a degree in law. But you sound to me like you're an illiterate, because if you're not an illiterate, you will know that there are natural laws that govern our world. There are natural laws that govern the earth. Whatever it is that you have gone through, you haven't even started. They are as a result of a law called the law of sowing and reaping. The same way you have the law of gravity, that whatever goes up must come down, so you also have other laws. One of the major laws that you must know is the law of sowing and reaping. You are complaining that you did this, that you did that. Not once have you told the world how that you are from a poor home, that your father is poor and that your mother was poor, and that it was Omonye that sent you to the University of Kell in Staffordshire in London, in the United Kingdom. Wow. That you couldn't go to university locally here because there was nobody to send you. But you come on social media, you are acting like you're some big man who made it by yourself. Wow. Everybody who has helped you in life, you have betrayed such a person. The number one person you betrayed was Prince Daniel Omonye Nwoko, my immediate elder brother. Damn. You came to our house there when we were living at number 32 Awoyoko Street. You begged and begged and begged and begged, and he agreed. When your auntie, who is a very rich woman in Port Harcourt, couldn't help you, refused to help you, not that he couldn't help you, refused to help you. The Chazos who were super rich at the time, they refused to help you because of your bad character. But Omonye thought about it that, look, if we send you, you will open doors for other Nwokos. He sent you to London and arranged for you to stay with Uzo Jebose. Wow. What did you do when you got to Jebose? You disrupted his house. You caused him pain, chased him out of London. Now you are complaining. You are reaping what you have sown, and you haven't even started. You haven't seen nothing yet. You haven't seen anything yet. But I give you an opportunity today to repent and embrace the Lord Jesus, the Prince of Peace himself, so that you can have peace in your life. So that anywhere you go to, peace will follow you. Outside of the Lord Jesus, the Prince of Peace, you can never have peace, because you have done so much harm to me. You've done so much harm to everybody who has helped you. Damn. You came back to...
Man, I mean, this is his brother that I believe that they know more about him. This is his brother. So if he's saying this, then maybe Regina is a victim. I don't know, right? I mean, I don't live in their family. Don't know anything about the Nwoko's family. But again, they're online, so we're gonna react to it. This guy is saying that this Ned is a bad guy. That's just what he's trying to say. This 6 minutes video is just the summary of Ned is a bad guy.
To Nigeria in 1998, Ibori helped you. Today, you don't have a relationship with Ibori. You betrayed him. You fought him over irrelevant things. The wife you married, the Onitsha woman, the Anambra woman, that girl that you married that enabled you to become a citizen of Britain, where is she today in your life? You betrayed her. I think Lillian or something is her life. Where you don't even mention her. What did you do? You betrayed her. You started running after women. You're all over the place talking about marrying small children. You married Jude Ojogu's daughter. Jude Ojogu, me, myself, Stephen Ewu, Lawrence Nwoko, Tunde Adebite, Adams, Charles Adams, all of us, Uzo. We all lived in that house. Wow. You went to go and marry Jude Ojogu's daughter, called Regina. Did you pay dowry to Regina? Did you recognize the father?
Yeah,
because who does that?
I said the father. I think they just sidelined that father guy, which is crazy. I mean, that's crazy, bro. And I think the father said he was warning the mom. Allegedly, because I don't know, like you cannot ascertain, you know, all this internet thing now. After a while now, you hear that they've made up. And then you that supported one team Regina or team Ned, you now start, you know, having egg on your face. I don't. The same way I didn't support either Natasha or Akpabio doing their own drama. Because now, Natasha has invited Akpabio to come to her house for the 2-year anniversary of her being a senator. I mean, while you have people carrying investigation. Yeah, what happened? You have this Sandra Duru, you have this Ngbeke, Professor Ngbeke, whoever she is. And then you had Obize Kwezili just running up and down the whole place. And then you have Aisha too. This injustice. Now he called him to come to celebrate. I mean, this is the man that Natasha said he harassed her. So I don't try to take sides in all of these things. They'll sort themselves out. Their family, at least, they can call themselves together. They can sort themselves out and then they move on. But you now, you take one side and become, but then when something is bad, you have to call it out. So again, this is the brother of Ned Nwoku, and I think from his own account, yeah, it's problematic.
But you say you know culture, that you are a brilliant lawyer, that who goes to marry a man's daughter without going to first see the man? And probably reconcile the man and the mother of the girl if they are apart. You didn't do that because of your selfishness and self-centeredness. You're complaining about being disruptive, that Sammy is disruptive. It's what you sow. You're a disruptive, troublesome human being. But the Lord Jesus has made a way. In fact, your name is actually Chinedu. There is a God in your name. You removed it and funkinized your name. Today is a day of repentance for you, because if you don't repent today, as you see this video, as you don't repent today, I mean, I don't wish you evil, but obviously you're wishing yourself evil. Whoa. Because of all the bad things you have done. You're a bad person, a bad guy. You went to Boko. They secreted the town. They secreted the palace.
Damn.
They secreted things that are not heard of. You destroyed relationship, destroyed our community.
This is his brother, guys. This is his brother. And his brother said, nah. Now, under my watch, you're not going to wash your name. Everybody's blaming Regina. Some people are blaming the mother of Regina, but now I say, partner, on a bad guy.
Polarized everywhere. You have no fear of God in your heart.
Wow. And
you're on social media advertising yourself and all that. Enough is enough. You have done so much harm to people's lives and now to yourself. Your time is up. You must stop now.
I'm going to take his own word against, whoever, because this person knows him. Now, I don't know whatever dynamics plays in that family. But again, it is what it is. Wow. Justice for Regina. Justice for Regina. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm trying to just make the tension is high. So I'm just trying to pause it all down. What is really happening is not good. Okay, so that you don't think that I'm just kind of trying to blame people for whatever it is. No, that's not what I'm trying to do here. But I'm just trying to say, man, the thing is falling either side. And again, I'm not here trying to support one against each other. I think the mistake has been done. But again, I think the whole thing is, how does the two of them get out of this and remain happy? Okay? Clearly, Regina needs help.
That's the message I have for you.
Okay. Yeah, so moving on. It is what it is. It is what it is. As man also to make yourself happy. Imagine Regina Daniel saying, what has the old senator done for me? And then what's the hope of a soldier? Any peanuts? Or Okada rider? Let me see this.
Very quick one. Now that they follow you, they talk like this. If Regina Daniel
He open mouth, talk, say, what have you done for me? A whole honorable senator. Now they ask him like this, say, what have you ever done for me? What be the hope of a Okada man for where woman dey? What be the hope of a soldier where they sleep for inside bush? Bro, you know get where you touch you hustle, make yourself happy. You see this gender bar? Yeah. Hey, senator, honorable senator. Now they ask her, what have you done for me? Small gear. They ask a whole senator of the country, they say, what have you done for me?
I don't even know what to say.
You are where you collect peanuts. Say what, please, woman. You didn't wine. Bro, hey God. Senator, what have you done for me? Any idea, but just make yourself happy. You see this gender bar? It will turn you off.
Well, I don't know if he's a soldier, but if he's a real soldier, yeah, thank you for your service. Just be safe. At least just bring yourself back home in one piece. That's what is really important. Yeah, thanks for your service. If he's a real soldier, though. Yeah, okay. That's it. If you don't learn anything else from Regina and Nedunwoko Sagalendis, don't marry a girl raised by a single mother. You know why? They have no problem living their own married too. Rita Daniel raised uncut children. Justice for net. What is this? It is what it is. Negative page. Oh, this is 2021. Okay. I've seen this one already. Oh, Natasha is back. Natasha Koti, a fellow senator fighting for women in the National Assembly. This is good. Senator Natasha shows love to Regina Daniel amidst a marital woes with Senator Nwoko. Okay, and she put the love emoji. She's that love emoji. Oh wow. Oh, that's to all women standing by me. Thank you. Make her eat first. Make her leave matter for family members. It's a family case. I don't know why we need to bore ourselves with that. But at the same time, we'll see what happens. I wish everything would work well. There's also the case of drug. Oh, now Regina is saying, fine, I did drugs. So what? Is that even the issue between us? Regina Daniel replies, wow. So Ned is anchoring all these things on drug stuff and rehabilitation and all of those. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. I don't even know what to say anymore. Ned was friends with Regina Daniel's father. No wonder the poor man was really pissed and didn't want anything to do with the marriage. Wow, my friend did me bad. That's what Regina's father is saying. Ned Nwoko is messy. And this was the thing. So posterity will judge this man well, but at the same time, I don't know why the mom allowed this to go on. Regina Daniel is my biological daughter. Whatever, this is 2019. Whatever is going on is not in my knowledge and without my consent. The fact speaks for itself. Looking at the picture, a mother, Rita Daniel, is treading on a dangerous path, and I hope she will retrace her steps. Even the initiation ceremony into Otu Odu, I don't know if I pronounce that right, appears completely strange to Regina Daniel Ojogu. That's her daughter. Regina is from Ogwashi Uku and not from Olo, as been rumored. All the opportunities for Mr. Ned Nwoko to discuss with me proved abortive, not realizing that we once lived in the same house. In Awoyoku Street, Onikpan, Lagos, his brother, Ned brother just also affirmed that. The implication of all this is that she impregnated herself. The name Regina was my late mother's name. I've tried to exercise restraint, but Regina's mother kept pushing me to walls. I'm alive and not dead. Even doubt of this post, called Barrister Jude Ojowogu. Bro, it's over. It's over, bro. Posterity judge this man. I guess maybe he tried. But when the wife is saying this, but again, I don't know, man. I I don't know, man. Wow. It's crazy. Anyways, guys, it is what it is. We'll be following the news. Hopefully there can be some respite. Wow, now they're saying that everything that Chuk said, that's the brother, is the unvarnished truth. Emeka Nwoko. Wow, this is another person now. Senator Ned is reaping what he sowed. Okay, Chuk Nwoko, brother of Senator Ned, who has publicly criticized that. We've listened to what he's had to say. But now Emeka is saying whatever he said is true. Okay, let me see. Why not reach him secretly? Why did you also bring this to social media? Whatever wrong. So this is more like a insider. This is like a chat, right? Oh, no. This looks like social media. Okay, whatever wrong he's done, before I pray God will forgive him. He hasn't done what's compared to the main man in Abuja, but you never for once see his family come online to disparage him. Who is the main man in Abuja? I don't know whether your blood is your blood, be it good or bad. Okay, now this is the Emeka Nwoko. Samson is replying, nobody can reach Nedu. Oh, I see. Yeah, that guy also mentioned it. Chooks mentioned it at the beginning of the video. Chooks is not engaging in hyperbole when he says Nedu is evil. This is the family member speaking. Oh, they ate from the same place just like Nedu and I did. That's how close we were growing up. Everything Chooks said is the unvarnished truth. He's a senator. And we should ordinarily be proud that our brother and kinsman occupies such an exalted position, but you will find it almost impossible to see a Nwoko who wants anything to do with him. Ditto the Ugboko people. That should tell you something. Bro, he said it at the beginning. I don't know what to say, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy. Wow. Ned, they said you're evil. And this is your family member, your brother speaking. It is what it is. Ned, God will punish you. May I not die and leave you in this world because now I would die lose. What is this? Wow. It is well. Okay, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I wish you a very blessed week. I wish you all the good things in life. Yeah, it is what it is, and I would love if you could subscribe to this channel and help you on building a community as we move on and also prepare for the 2027 elections. I'll be covering all these things. I was not able to get much into politics. I covered the ANAMBRA state elections, but I wasn't able to get too much into what is happening on the political sphere. But again, we'll see what happens, and yeah, that is it. Thanks everyone. Thanks and have a very good week.